What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys have an amazing day so far. Like always, if you're new to the channel, I want you guys to hit the like icon, and only if I brought value to you guys through this video, we're gonna do the video. I want you guys to hit the subscribe icon. For today's video, I want to talk to you guys about some updates that I will be doing to the C7 Corvette here. Now, I have done some videos in the past in regards to the C7. Most of my C7 Corvette videos are in my previous channel. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. I did the AWE track axle back exhaust system on there. Then I did a little bit of verbal tune to the car, and then some horsepower increasing as well. So I will be doing next, it should be, I'm planning to do here within the next month or so, will be the long tube headers. Now, I'm not quite sure as to, with the guys that I work with, whether they're gonna want to do the cook headers long tube, or if they have the American tubes, because I was going to order the cook headers mostly because, you know, it's what everybody recommends for the most part, and that's what sounds the best. But it takes about 6 weeks, and I won't be staying in California that long, or possibly not very long after this. So it might be a little bit more complex for me to wait those 6 weeks. So it depends on what the garage here has for sale. But it's going to be long tube headers as well as the AFE Cold Air intake. So those two put together, based on reviews and videos that I've seen from other YouTube channel, it's roughly about 60 additional horsepower that are going to be added onto the car. Now, I'm actually super excited about this because it's getting to the point where you get used to the speed of your car and it's just not fast enough anymore. So I kind of want to add additional horsepower. At least I want to get it up to 600 horsepower as possible for now. And then down the road, whenever I decide to switch over to the C8 Corvette, I can potentially get the C806 or the 01, depending on what my financial, where I'm financed when it comes to those things. So another update about on my life, I will be moving out of San Diego here shortly. I will be moving over to Phoenix, Arizona, where we'll be going to school full-time as well as doing real estate part-time. Now, the reason for the move is mostly financial reason. Now, as you guys may know, I was in the military. I just got out of the military, and I was also married during that time frame. But we ended up getting divorced due to, you know, things happen. But long story short, it just comes down to San Diego is extremely expensive, specifically if you just go to school. Even though you do something as work, like in finance, or do something else on the side, you're paying a very hefty taxes, or state taxes in some cases, and it can be quite difficult for you to, you know, evolve in the sense of buying multiple houses at the very beginning. So I wanted to kind of speed my way up into things, and so I chose to go to a little bit of a cheaper place, and in this case is going to Phoenix, Arizona, where we'll be able to, you know, live off the GI Bill and live off a few other things, meaning that I don't have to touch too much on my savings, and everything else that I make while doing real estate will be towards investing in, you know, buying houses, investing in the stock market and stuff like that. I'd rather live kind of in a cheap way. Even though I have a C7 Corvette, I just love cars, so that's my thing. That's where I spend my money on. So, but I'd rather kind of, you know, not worry about spending too much money going out and partying with my friends. I'd rather spend that money on, you know, like bonds, stocks, and real estate. So that's my goal here, is ultimately to be able to live on my GI Bill, along with a little bit of my side hustle money, and then ultimately be able to, you know, save 90% of the rest of the money in order for me to, you know, save for whenever I'm 30 and decide to retire. Now, I did talk in my last video that I gave myself a 10-year goal in regards to becoming financially free, which is something that I would really encourage everyone. It doesn't matter where you are in life. Just give yourself about 10 years where you will leave, like, even if you are 40, it's perfectly fine. Just live like a broken college kid. Like, you're broke, okay, that's fine. Just live at the very minimum of what you can live. Now, I know for sure, like, and I know you guys are probably gonna say this, that I don't live that way because I have a C7 Corvette and I have, you know, a house and I have all those things. But at the end of the day, if you balance things out and you're able to ultimately use those things to your advantage, like the C7 Corvettes is gonna be my marketing strategy with real estates to attract, you know, higher paying customers and stuff like that. And in some other cases, the C7 Corvette opened doors for me to, in order for me to network with, you know, higher, wealthier individuals, because they don't longer look at me like a college kid in a sense. They look at me like an adult that has done certain things in his life and achieved certain goals in order for him to afford a $70,000 car. So that was where I said that you guys need to be smart with decisions. You need to be smart with the things that you choose to do, and the reason that you buy things has to have a purpose, and it has to reward you with the bigger and better things. So this is where it's really much key as to what decisions you make in the future. So for me, moving from San Diego to Phoenix made more sense, because at that point I can live off just the GI Bill and some of the government's pay that I receive after the Marine Corps, like my TSP and all those things, by just withdrawing and doing different things in a sense. So I have dividend payouts that will be coming in. I have obviously I'm moving my Roth IRA over to different bank accounts so I can trade it fully. And then I'm doing different things like I will be doing, so Arizona, one of the upside of things is that you can flip cars. And what I mean by flip cars is that you can buy cars, not from dealership, but from other individuals, and ultimately not pay any sort of sales taxes, which is something that it really kind of was brought to my attention by Ricky Gutierrez, is one of the other YouTubers who does flipping cars over there. You can flip up to 5 cars in that state without paying any sort of state taxes. So I will be doing that just for fun, because I do enjoy working on cars and doing things with my cars. So I will be flipping different SUVs and trucks and stuff like that. Well, enjoying myself with my Corvette. So my Corvette is my daily driver / my business car, and then I'm gonna have just daily drivers / regular cars that I would enjoy just kind of working on and stuff like that, and then really able to flip them for a little bit of $500, $600 gain or whatever else, and use that money to kind of just be able to live month by month and so on. So my goal is really not to touch too much on my savings and be able to do real estate while saving 100% of the money that I make through real estate, in order for me to buy myself multi-family real estate over there, as well as to invest into different assets classes that within 10 years from now will put me within the top 1% of the world, or within the top 1% of wealthy individual, in a sense. So you got to sacrifice 10 years in a sense. I'm 25, so really sacrificing 10 years, it won't make much of a difference, although I am starting kind of a bit late. I started a while back, but in reality, like now that I'm going to be living like a college kid in a sense, because I will be going to college, it's more of like, it's going to be a little bit more difficult in a sense, because once you hit 30 and 35, people just already have a certain expectation of you, whether you have to have a full career and you need to be a certain success and stuff like that, which is perfectly understandable and things like that, but it really comes down to how you perceive yourself and how you become successful throughout your time. So make sure that for you guys that are watching this, if you are young, just start early if you can. Save as much money as you can. Don't spend money on things that you don't need. Like it took me 7 years for me to buy the Corvette, and then until then I was pretty much just driving a regular car. I was driving a Jeep for about 4 or 5 years when I got here to US, before I traded in / sold it and got the Corvette here. So that's one thing that I would say is sacrifice at least 5 years of your life until you get to the point where your investments can pay for your toys, in a sense. And that's really what happened with me with the Corvette. It was I let my investment pay for my toys. I had a goal. So be smart with what you do, be smart with what decisions that you make, and then just go from there. Okay, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Stay tuned for the videos in regards to C7 Corvettes. If you made it this far on the video, I want you guys to go down in the comment section and write down Corvette. Now the reason why is because I want to see who actually watches the video to the very end. Now I know I'm not that popular on YouTube whatsoever, so it might not be anybody, but at the end of the day, it just kind of helps me, think about the future self in a sense. So stay positive, stay tuned, and stay motivated, guys. I'll see you guys soon. I will keep you guys updated with more videos. I will be doing some TikTok reviews down the road again in regards to cars and women and stuff like that, as well as talk to you guys a little bit more about decisions that I will be doing, the selling process of the house, and I will be doing the full video on the upgrade for the car. So stay tuned for all those things. Without further ado, have a wonderful day. See you guys next time, and have a good one.